welcome. Fucked it up already. Hello, welcome back to Steak Insanity. My name is David, and this channel is about my carnivore diet struggle at the minute. It's been ages since I've done an update, and basically the reason is because I haven't been on the diet at all. I've had a lot of personal issues going on, a lot of stress in the background, and this gets back to something we'll talk about in just a second, but look at the view. It's amazing. England, when it's warm and sunny, is absolutely beautiful. There's no place better in the world. And when it's cold and raining, there's almost no place worse. So bear that in mind. But today, beautiful day, sitting in the park. I'm eating my lunch, which is, I'm not sponsored by them, but it's Kokoro, and it's some chicken that I'm having for lunch. But anyway, yeah, I talked about this before. I have a big challenge with comfort eating, and I've been under quite a lot of stress. There's a lot of things going on personally and business-wise in my life at the minute. And I've found it extremely difficult to stay on the diet because I comfort eat, and I always have. And I don't know where I learned it, maybe from my parents, I don't know. I think my mom comfort eats as well. Maybe I learned it from her. I don't know. But when things are kind of calm and everything's all right, and, you know, little stresses and minor kind of everyday stuff is totally fine. When really big stuff, though, kicks in, it makes it quite difficult. So I'm trying to launch a new business. We found out that we have to move house. My wife's trying to finish a degree. My son's trying to do his finals, you know, at his last year of school. You know, money's really tight. So there's a bunch of stuff just piled layer on layer on layer on layer on layer. And yeah, I absolutely cannot control my eating at the minute. And it's really frustrating. And I wanted to, again, you know, I hadn't checked in, just, I probably should be sharing this more openly, more often. But I suspect a lot of people come here, you know, expecting me to be really positive and, hey, look, I'm on the diet, and look how much weight I've lost, and look how I'm doing. Like, basically, I've gone back to where I started nearly in the beginning, not from the very beginning of the year, but certainly after my fast, I lost, you know, like 11.5 pounds or something stupid like that. And I've put all that back on. So I'm back to where I started before I did the fast, when I was trying to kind of break the log jam in the diet. But again, a lot of stuff has happened through that time. And I just found that I just haven't been able to control it. I'll sit down, you know, in the evening or whatever. You know, it probably started with maybe having a biscuit or something, or a cookie, you know, here, or having a little bit of, you know, in the morning, like I wanted a croissant, or I went to an event and I had a croissant or something, and then I was like, it's okay. And then it's just a slippery slope. And as the stress has increased, I really, really do try and stay away from as much wheat and bread as possible. Although, as money gets tighter, I find it also a struggle. So, you know, I have to eat stuff that's really inexpensive for lunch if I don't bring something. And, you know, unfortunately, a lot of the, you know, the meal deals that you can get from supermarkets and grocery stores and stuff is, you know, might be $3.75 as opposed to £8 or £9 or £10 for lunch. So, you know, I've started, instead of buying drinks, I have a refillable water bottle, and I just refill the water. Luckily, I have filtered water in my office. Sorry about the airplane. I have filtered office in my water. Filtered office. I have filtered water in my office, and so I can keep just filling up my water bottles again during the day, which is fine. And I don't really go and, you know, buy coffees out anymore. I just make coffee in my office. So it's a lot, you know, it's like £2, you know, for a bit of milk, and then that bit of milk will last me several days. And then, you know, I have coffee and tea and stuff in there as well. So but yeah, again, it's just been a struggle, and I've been kind of embarrassed, if I'm honest, to to do a video, and I just kept thinking, oh well, I'm not really on the diet. I don't feel like doing it, but I felt like I needed to today, and I wanted to because it was nice out, and I thought it might be a good opportunity to do it. So what's next? Where am I? I don't know. Honestly, I would have said, I keep saying to myself, yeah, I'm going to start the diet again. I need to get back on the diet. But realistically, until some of this stuff gets solved over the next couple of months, I don't know how realistic that actually is to say that I'm going to get back on the diet. I don't know. I try as much as I can. I try to eat as clean as I can. I try to do as good as I can, but I'm definitely not on carnivore, that's for sure. I'm probably mostly keto, although I do have a little bit of slip-ups here and there. The other thing that's really interesting is that obviously, back in February and March, my wife was doing the diet with me. And it was really helping her with a lot of her anxiety and her perimenopausal symptoms and stuff like that. And she's recently not been on the diet as much either. And so, I think if either one of us was doing it, that would help the other one. And because we're not, that's also contributing to making it more difficult. Totally not blaming it on her. It's not that. It's just, when we both do it, it's easier to keep each other motivated in doing it. And when we're not, it's difficult for one to do it. So I do think, I think she wants to start and, kind of get back. And she was taking some supplements that were designed for perimenopause, which actually worked really well in conjunction with the diet. So I think, we're at least going to start doing that again and just see what happens. So, look, it is what it is. It's a struggle, and I just have to do the best I can and see where we go. So yeah, hopefully if we get a couple things, I'm opening a video, like a studio that people can use and rent out. So I've got a video studio and a podcast studio, so 2 separate rooms, and I have a business partner that has loads of experience and stuff like that. And I think we're still going through the last bits of detail of things like the rental agreement on the space and all that. And I think once we get that done, then that means we can get a bank account and we can start taking pre-bookings, which, hopefully we'll be able to get some people to sign up fairly quickly, and we'll get some business in the first couple of months, and that will help with the money situation and, getting that up and running. But it's still all up in the air right now. We're still probably going to have to move house later this summer. And, that's going to be a massive, massive upheaval because we're going to have to go to something much smaller than we're in at the minute. So, yeah. Anyway, just loads of stuff going on with me at the minute. But I'm here. I'm alive. I'm not, I haven't kind of ballooned up or anything. I'm just basically back to where I started, a month ago or 6 weeks ago. So that's a bit frustrating, but there we are. So that's all my update for today. I hope everybody has a good day. Let me know, share in the comments how your diets are going. And I do miss reading the comments from everybody because there were a lot of people out there who were, at the same spot on their journeys. And I do miss hearing from everybody. So if nothing else, leave me a comment if you see this and let me know how you're getting on. I will try to get back to at least maybe doing a weekly update because I really enjoy doing them. And like I said, I do want to stay in touch with everyone. And we'll see how we get on over the summer. But yeah, anyway, for now, that's all. And I hope everybody has a good weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.